Awesome. Chris, I'll start with you today. Commiserations on the result, but what did you make of that effort, especially in that third quarter, to really come back and almost overtake the lead there?
My reflection right now is the start of the game. We were, I thought, really soft in a few areas. Our coverages weren't on point, and we let them dictate to us. The third quarter, we held them to 17 points, and they've got 14 points off offensive rebounds, and that has to stop, because we really effectively gave them momentum back. We got it back to 3 points, and the effort in the third quarter was tremendous, but we can't continue to give up over boards, and that's what we did.
A lot of people consider Townsville kind of as the benchmark team. Is it nice to know kind of where the team is in comparison to Townsville after playing them?
I think they can say what they like. They're the clear favourites. To have the luxury of 2 imports coming off the bench, they're 9 deep. They could start any 9. They are the benchmark, and they are the favourites without a doubt, in my view. And for us, we're down on personnel, but I just felt like we could have been a lot closer than we ended up being.
What did you kind of say to the girls at halftime to get them to come out in the third quarter and really close that deficit there?
We just reset. I challenged him in a couple of areas, in particular one-on-one containment, but that wasn't over the top. I thought the girls come out of the rooms really well. They were really focused, and we, as I said, we held them to 17 points. We forced them to a timeout. We had opportunities to really stay in the game at three-quarter time, and we let it slip with some more boards.
And obviously it was your 400th game in charge. Have you had any reflection on just kind of how much that means to you?
Not really. I've thought about the last couple of days, but I love what I do. I love the teams that I coach, and my job is to get the best out of the team, and I intend to do that here. And basketball's been really good to me personally, and I've enjoyed every moment of it, from a national level also to obviously international level, and I've enjoyed every moment of it and still am. And I love coming to work every day, and without the support of my family, though, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Mackenzie, just moving to you, obviously you've scored a couple of double-digit games to start this season. Why do you kind of feel like you're finding that early form with the Venice?
I mean, as a post player, you're nothing without, the team that you have surrounding you. So just the fact that they trust me enough to give me the ball to, make plays means everything to me. I feel like Chris has given me an opportunity to kind of establish myself offensively. I think he knows, the work that I've put in to get myself here. So I think it's just a belief that other people have given me and instilled in me for as long as I can remember has allowed me to have the confidence to do what I do.
Yeah, and obviously today you were missing a couple of players like you were last week. Do you think that kind of affects the side anyway, or do you think it is almost a motivating factor to go out there and try to just perform the best you can?
Yeah, I think it can be nothing but a motivating factor. Adversity is part of the game, and how you respond to adversity says a lot about the character of your team, and I think we've responded really well, showing up every single day, giving everything that we can no matter who's on the floor at any given point. So I think it's just a matter of figuring out our identity even when we don't have all of our pieces. It's a work in progress, but I just believe in the girls in the locker room and how hard they're willing to work in order to turn the corner.
I know that he's sitting right next to you, but obviously it is Chris's 400th game. Can you just paint me a picture of what it's like to work under him for these last couple of weeks?
Yeah, Chris and I have known each other in real life for about a month now, but what I can say is that he's created an environment that makes me care so much about a place, a program, a franchise, and girls that I've hardly ever known. I've just met all these people, and I already care so deeply for them. I think that just speaks to his character and the environment that he creates. You talk about Chris in Australian basketball, and no one has anything but great things to say. the winter, I think it was like February last year, we talked on the phone for the first time, and I immediately was intrigued. It immediately was a place that I wanted to come play for. I didn't commit at the moment that I was going to play there, but it had been in the back of my mind throughout my whole rehab. So I'm very, very grateful to get to say that I'm playing for one of the longest tenured coaches in this entire country.
Thanks, Ken.
And Chris, just one more question for me, and then I'm all done. I think today there was a little bit of inaccuracy, especially from the three-quarter line. I think it was like only 4 from 23 attempts. What can you do over the next week to just tighten that up a little bit and turn the tables there?
Well, that's actually been a pattern for the last 3 games. So v Bendigo, v Perth, v Townsville today. So we're shooting the ball. We have great shooters, but right now we need to play from the inside out and let the ball do the work and then take the opportunities when they're available. But right now our focus is our execution, and the 3 balls that we're taking we're not making, so we need to make some adjustments, and that's we'll be talking about that shortly.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Chris, point guard was laid out with illness. Did that have anything to do with concussion, or was it a separate issue?
No, separate issue. Just feel like it's ongoing for us as a team, and it's challenging, and we don't actually talk about it that much, do we? It's just it's really tough right now, and it's been tough since day one. And effectively not having our starting point guard and having Peely not playing for the extended period has been really challenging for the group. And then, we lose Mac, that's Clinch Hoycart, this morning, and wasn't expecting that. I was actually going to start her. That's how much confidence I've got in her. So 3 DPs on the bench, and it was always going to be challenging, but I'm disappointed because we got back within 3. We just need to learn to stay in games and be a little bit more resilient at the right time. So we're getting better, but it's tough for the girls. I don't want to be playing Kens for 40 minutes. Even when she gets a third, I'm okay, coach. She wants to stay out there. We need to be able to rest people, and right now I can't, and I think fatigue played a part in that. But they're a well-oiled machine. They're favourites in my view, and I'd be very surprised if they don't win the championship.
Do you feel like you have had to ask Mackenzie to do a lot more?
No, I don't have to ask her to do any extra work. And
not extra work, but in terms of in the game, she's had great performances, but to obviously spread out that scoring load to. Yeah,
look, tough game for her tonight, physically, but she still walks away with 24 and 8. That's pretty good against a very, very big team. They did a very good job on her, and because we weren't shooting the ball well from the perimeter, it made it even tougher for her. But the team, they'll keep fighting. That's just what our makeup is, and our identity as a team. I think a little bit of that come out tonight, but now we need to extend that into 40 minutes.
That's third quarter. I thought Potter was really important to kick-starting a lot of that kind of blitz in that third quarter. She's kind of in the running, I think, for 6th person of the year last year. What's her role been, and how important was she in that third quarter?
Well, at the moment she's playing the 2-3 spot, and it's nice to single her out. I like that, but at the end of the day, the team went from 18 down to 3 down, and that's a team effort, not an individual. She played a big part in that, and then I have to occasionally pinch her in the 4 spot. She's not a 4-man. It's just the challenges we have right now. We don't have any bigs apart from Ken's, effectively, because even Sharpie's out of position. But we'll keep working, and we're looking forward to Perth on Tuesday, so recovery tomorrow, and keep moving forward.
And last one for me, do you have a timeline on, I don't think Kelly was maybe round 7, but Charlotte is a week to week?
That's up to the medical. Yeah, the medical team make those decisions, not me. And we're trying to look after them, but I can assure you both of them want to be on the floor. And Shyla, I have what I've seen. I've never coached her before, but what I've seen so far, she is one of the hardest working athletes I've ever worked with, and she's doing everything in her power to get back to this team. And she, she'll come back and she'll be strong for us, and she'll give us another focal point, because I think we're effectively missing around 40 points a game from her and Peely. So it's not to be right now. You know, I've had Peely for 5 minutes 32, you know, and I've been chasing her for 2.5 years. So disappointed for her more than anything. She just wanted to play. And you imagine her on the floor with Ken's, it stretches the floor big time. But right now, Ken's is having to deal with quite a bit.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.